SFUSD, that's the place to be. SFUSD, bienvenidos a Tijuana. SFUSD, everyone come and see. SFUSD, join our family. S is for students, F for families too. U is for united, talking about me and you. S for solidarity, D is for diversity. SFUSD.
Hey there, astronomers. How are you today? Ooh, it sounds like we're ending the week on a good note. Have any of you gone outside to observe the sky today? Me too. I saw the sun, some clouds, and earlier I even saw the moon. It was a little weird, but I think I understand why I could see it. What did you see? Ooh, sounds like we saw the same sky. That's because we're in the same area on Earth, San Francisco. Let's see where we are on the globe. Let's see, United States, California, San Francisco, right here. This globe is a lot bigger than the one on the model that also has the sun and the moon. It's easier to see San Francisco and France are far from each other. Do you remember why we're even studying the Earth in these two places? Yes, we've been trying to answer this question. Let's read it. Why doesn't our sky always look the same? Great job reading that with me. Well, why don't we go ahead and review our week to see if we can answer our question? Let's reflect. Scientists, what did we do earlier in the week? Oh, that's right. We watched a video clip of a conversation I had with a friend, and then we launched our question. But why did I ask that question? You got it. In the video, it was daytime for me and nighttime for my friend, and yet we were talking to each other at the same time. We have an 8-hour time difference between here and France, and that's quite a difference. What did we learn about the next day? That's it. We observed the model of the Earth, Sun, and our moon. Let's reread my notes from that day. You can take out your notebook and read from it if you took notes too. The Earth always spins. The sun stays lit. The moon spins with the Earth around the sun. Okay, I remember now. So we learned how we move around the sun and that it always stays lit. Okay, what do you remember learning on the third day? Absolutely, I showed you pictures of the sun over my house and then drew it. What did we notice? It looked like the sun moved around my house. But using the model, we realized that it wasn't the sun that was moving, it was us. Great job, scientists. You're remembering so much of our learning. Now, what did we learn about yesterday? That's right, we learned about different astronomers over time. We learned about Chinese, Mayan, and Polynesian astronomy. Did you already know about any of them? Which one? Oh, how cool. I had known quite a bit about Mayan astronomy before the lesson. It was fun to learn about even more cultures that study the stars. Anyways, astronomers, can we answer our question now? So why doesn't our sky stay the same? Yes, that's right. The Earth spins around the sun. Let's see that again on our model. All right, so the Earth spins around the sun. All right. And when it's nighttime, do we flip a switch to turn off the sun? No, we don't. The Earth spins, and when we're facing the sun, like right now, we get daylight. When we're not, we get the moon and the night sky. Scientists, we should write all of this down in our notebooks. Let's write a title and page number. If you hadn't noticed, I stopped adding dates to my entries. I did this in case some of you did your lesson on a different day. Anyway, our title will be Conclusion, the Sky. Let's get to it. I'll take this off. I'm going to put our question at the top so I can remember what I'm answering. Conclusion. The sky. All right. Great. So I wrote our title, and now we should answer the question. We mentioned the earth spinning and the sun being lit at all times. I'll write 2 sentences for that. And I'll actually move our globe. So the earth constantly, that means always, constantly spins around the sun. Now I'm going to write about the sun in orange. The sun is, and I'm going to write this in big letters to show how important it is, always, and underline, lit. Unlike mine. And what else did we say earlier? Ah, yes. We said that it's daytime when we face the sun and nighttime when we don't. Let's get that written down. Daytime when we face the sun. It's daytime when we face the sun. And nighttime when we are not. All right, and we are not facing the sun. It's daytime when we face the sun and nighttime when we are not facing the sun. Let's underline not. There we go. Great job, scientists. You know, let's just reread our whole conclusion to make sure it sticks. The earth constantly spins around the sun. The sun is always lit. It's daytime when we face the sun and nighttime when we are not facing the sun. Awesome job reading that with me. Now I totally understand why it was nighttime for my friend. He lives in France, and that is far away enough for us to face different directions. When San Francisco faces the sun, France will likely be getting dark, and vice versa. Or at least during certain times of day. I think it's possible for both places to have daytime at the same time, but we'd have to learn a little more about the Earth and seasons for that. I wanted to show one more thing to all of you. I had somebody ask me about the shape of the Earth. Why does it look flat to us when it's so big and round? And I asked some scientists to help me come up with a way to explain, and they showed me a model. Would you like to see how to explain it? Great. So you just need a large ball and a pair of eyes. So you're supposed to hold it up so close so that you can only see the ball. Okay, and you kind of want to cover the sides a little bit. So look for a line or a dot on the ball. And when you're looking at it, think, does it look a bit flat to you? It does. Now, push it away from you until it's farther. And how does it look now? A little more round. Now, push it away some more, and you might need some help with this one. And at one point, it should start to look like a ball again. This was the model that my scientist friends explained to me, and it helped me understand things a little bit better. Well, scientists, our time together is up. What did you enjoy learning this week? Ooh, I enjoyed learning that as well. I learned a lot about the sky with you. Please enjoy the rest of the show. We have great things planned. See you later.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mr. Mansfield, and this is my good friend and professional cellist, Ami Nashimoto. Thanks for joining us, Ami.
Hi everyone, thanks for having me. Now we're going to talk about something more serious today. You might have heard about the recent violence against the Asian American community. You might be feeling confused or scared or even angry.
We want to tell you that it is okay to have those feelings. These are horrible, hateful acts of violence, and as a community, we are standing up and saying, no, these must stop.
So we're going to stand with the Asian American and Pacific Islander community by singing our song, Stand Up Against Hate today.
When there is violence, we can't stay silent. We've got to stand up against hate today. Show you're an ally. Fight back and decry. We've got to stand up against hate today. I hear people on the news with very strange views, blaming someone because of where they're from. We've got to stand up against hate today. Leaders saying things to start a fight. We know in our hearts that isn't right. We've got to stand up against hate today. When there is violence, we can't stay silent. We've got to stand up against hate today. Show you're an ally. Fight back and decry. We've got to stand up against hate today. You can't say that some people don't belong. Our differences are what make us strong. We've got to stand up against hate today. When there is violence, we can't stay silent. We've got to stand up against hate today. Show you're an ally. Fight back and decry. We've got to stand up against hate today. No one's less American than anyone else. You gotta care for others, not just yourself. We've got to stand up against hate today. You can help our country start to mend. Stand up for your neighbor like a friend. We've got to stand up against hate today. When there is violence, we can't stay silent. We've got to stand up against hate today. Show you're an ally. Fight back and decry. We've got to stand up against hate today. We've got to stand up against hate today. Thanks for helping me sing and stand up for what's right. San Francisco Unified School District, SF Loves Learning, and all of us here stand with the Asian and Pacific Islander community and stand together against hate. Won't you join us? Until next time, stay safe, healthy, and happy, and of course, goodbye everyone!
Hi everybody, welcome to Story Time. My name is Miss Wong and I'm the teacher librarian at Jose Ortega Elementary School. Today I'm going to share a story with you. The title of the story is Rabbit and the Motorbike. The author is Kate Hofler and the illustrator is Sarah Jacoby. I'm reading to you with permission from Chronicle Books. Rabbit lived in a quiet field of wheat that he never left, not even once, even though there was a road, and even though he dreamed he did every night. Every night. But Dog would visit. Dog was too old and sick to leave the field now. But he has spent most of his life going all over the country on his motorbike. And he loved telling stories about the places he felt most alive, where he howled at the moon. Dog made Rabbit feel that wherever he'd been, Rabbit had been there right with him. Rabbit loved Dog. The world is beautiful, Dog would say, if you were brave enough to see it. Even new places can feel like long-lost friends. Every day was filled with a good story by Dog. Every day. Until the day it was filled with a bad one, and Rabbit's field was quiet again. The days were wheat. Dog was no longer there. Except for one day when he heard a not quiet sound. Rabbit didn't know why Dog would leave his motorbike to him, since he didn't go anywhere. He hoped the bike would like not going anywhere. On days Rabbit collected carrots, the motorbike collected leaves. But not for long. The wind always carried the leaves to far away places. When birds made nests in its spokes, there was bird song, but it was a life quieter than a bird's, and the birds always left. One night, when Rabbit was in the mood for a story, he brought the motorbike in. But it didn't tell Rabbit any stories, and Rabbit had none to tell it. So they just listened to the distant sounds of the highway. When summer came, everything was growing and blooming. Even the road blossomed out. Rabbit and the motorbike stayed planted on the porch. Because I'm scared, he told it one night, as if it had asked a question. When Rabbit slept, he heard the long howl of its engine in his dreams, a beautiful howl. Okay, he said softly to the bike one afternoon, just down the road. But roads are long. Rabbit forgot that. Quite long. Long roads took him to where the giant redwoods were, where Rabbit was the wind that carried the leaves. And by the sea, where birdsong whirled, where all the birds wanted to fly like Rabbit. And through the Mojave Desert, where Rabbit howled at the moon, where he felt wild and wondrous and full of stories. Wherever they went, Rabbit and the motorbike were the distant sound of the highway that others heard. And Rabbit felt Dog right there with him. The heart can sing like that. Certain roads take all summer to get back to a field of wheat. Rabbit noticed, especially on a motorbike. But this road eventually did. And when it did, the days were wheat again. But there were also motorbike and wings and stories. Stories that kept old friends and new right there with him. What a wonderful story about being brave. Like Rabbit, you have been brave learning at home. Before your school closed, you always had your teacher next to your side, teaching you new things. Look at how you have been able to do all this learning by yourself with the support of your teachers and family these last couple of weeks. Keep on being brave and learning new things, okay? You can do it.
Kumusta na everyone? It's Miss Same from SF Ballet Dance in Schools and Communities program. It's the start of a new week, so I hope you're ready to learn, observe, and dance. Today we're asking the essential question, what do plants and animals need to live? Let's think about ourselves as humans. We're mammals, we're animals. We just look and act really different from most animals we know and see. So take a second and think. What do you need to live? Yup, that's right. Just like plants and animals, we need somewhere to live. We need water to drink, we need food to eat, and one of the most important things we need to live is oxygen, is air, is breath. Did you know a human can go 3 weeks without food, 3 days without water, but only 3 minutes without air? Air is essential to our living and that of plants and animals. Even most animals who live in the sea need oxygen, and a lot of them actually get it from the water itself. So let's root down and take a few deep breaths together to honor the air that is essential to our living. Feeling your feet planted in the earth, bringing your energy from the ground up and inhaling. Exhaling, pushing it out. Scooping it up, inhaling. Beautiful air and exhaling. One more time. And exhaling. Releasing and shaking it out. Feeling the air that's all around you that is available for us so that we may live. Very nice. Plants and animals, they also need water, right? Did you know as babies, we came into the world as nearly 80% water by weight? As we get older, this percentage goes down a bit, but most important thing to know and remember is that we are a lot of water, and so we need a lot of water to live. Can you move like water? How do you think water moves through your body? Can you show me? Nice. Let's move around our space like water in different levels. High and low. Feeling that fluidity. We can be really fast water, like ocean waves, or we can be really slow water, like in a river or in a lake. Beautiful. Now how about food to eat? Just like monarch caterpillars specifically need milkweed to grow into monarch butterflies, there are specific nutrients we need to grow, from babies to children to teenagers to adults and on and on. What are things you eat to get really good nutrients? Did you say fruits and vegetables? I know, we don't like the taste of every fruit and every vegetable, but your body needs what it needs. So let's start small and gather our favorite fruits and vegetables. I like mangoes, bananas, spinach. Ooh, I love mushrooms. I really actually like a lot of fruits and vegetables. And as you gather, start to grow taller and nourish yourself. And the more you eat healthy things, over time we will surprise ourselves at how much we've grown. And if we're caterpillars, we become beautiful butterflies and we get to fly through the sky. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. We just explored how you can have a growth mindset and create art and ideas about meaningful topics. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your program and have a great week ahead. Ingat! Bye!
Hello, I'm Superintendent Dr. Vincent Matthews of the San Francisco Unified School District. It made me so happy to spend time with you today. I hope you had fun too.
What did you make on the show today? Submit your content here using the QR code or go to bit.ly, bit.ly/SFUSD, yes, YES, and watch all of our episodes at sfusd.edu/SF-loves-learning.
And now it's time to say goodbye. So let's sing our goodbye song. For this song, you have to use your whole body. Will you sing it with me? Are you ready? Wave high, wave low. For now, it's time to go. Wave your elbows, wave your toes, wave your tongue, and wave your nose. Wave your knees, wave your lips. Blow a kiss with your fingertips. Wave your ears, wave your hair, wave your belly, and wave your derriere. Wave your chin, wave your eye. For now it's time to say goodbye. Bye-bye.
SFUSD, that's the place to be. SFUSD, bienvenidos a ti, 欢迎 SFUSD. Everyone come and see SFUSD. Join our family. S is for students.